Yes, you're welcome again, and we are going to continue. And in this short video, we are going to learn how to utilize your work, your timeline, your timetable in creating a revision calendar. And the other thing, which is very important, is that you need to have goals. That is not something that you need to be taught, and because most of the times we've met goals and we've had very smart, very nice goals which of things we want to achieve, only that we don't know the path to walk in achieving that. So you need to know what you want to get in future, because this one will determine how many cycles are you going to have. For this one, I was making this one for a student, and this is very much personalized. And as I made this, I had a recommendation to the learner on the number of cycles he needs to have, because the number of cycles would determine how much content he has mastered at the end and what he is going to get. Is he going to achieve his goals? That is very important, because we've had goals, but what it requires to achieve those goals is a problem. So today, I want us to consider the goals we have and walk in the path of preparing a revision calendar, guided by our timetable, guided by our what else? I've said timetable, I've said the work we have. That's what I said, the list of subjects and their subtopics or the topics which are discussed there. I've used the topics actually. And the other thing we need to have is the timeline. We know the time we have. So let's start. We need to divide this revision into, I don't know how best you are, but we can divide it this way. We said that from now we have 7 months towards the exams. Let us remove the month of September and set it aside for doing your own thing, or the month. When shall exams start? I believe that exams will be on November. Yeah, the Form 4 and all that. So we can set aside the week of the month of October for doing your final touches and brushing where you've not attended well. So if we can have from March, April, May, June, July, August, and September, we can make a good revision. Uh, hmm, what is happening? I don't understand. Uh, it's all right. Yes, we can have a good revision calendar. I want you to break these into cycles of revision. Either you cover the whole course content in 1 month. It depends on how sharp you are. That's why I said you must consider your strengths and weaknesses. If you can cover in 1 month, that's the first thing. Or 2 month cycles. In your 2 month cycles, you should cover all the units or the subjects you have. And this one I'm speaking to grade 7, 8, 9, and the learners in Form 3 and Form 4. I understand that right now we don't have Form 2. I have not so much attended on grade 10. I'm still working on it, so I cannot advise so much on it because they've not covered enough. They've not covered enough. But with the time, I'll be able to restructure it so that it can help them. So if you have up to September, you'll have 2 cycles. February, April, not February, March, you need to cover everything. You repeat the cycle, April, May, the cycle, June, July, and the same cycle, August, September. So you have 4 good revision cycles. 4 good revision cycles where you have opportunity for mastery. Remember, we are going to talk about very many things in the path from ineffective and unfruitful revision to effective and fruitful revision. You're not going to stop with this one, because even having the revision calendar is not enough. There are some other things if you don't consider, then revision will not be effective. Revision will not be fruitful. So you have to put everything together. You have to work with everything so that you may succeed. So you divide them in this way. Then you have your topics, and you have your revision calendar, your what do you call it? You have your timetable. So in the day that you have Monday, in the day that you have chemistry, it must match with your calendar, because the calendar will be a detailed day by date, date by date, from the 1st of March to the last day of March, April, all the way. So what you'll do is that you'll be matching with your timetable to see. For example, I want to show you an example in on the date 28th of, which month is this? Let me check. Just a minute. This is January 28th. It is past already. The learner was supposed to cover CRE and history, and CRE was supposed to cover Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah, the infancy and the early life of Jesus, the Galilean ministry. And on history, the same day, social, economic, and political organization of African societies in the 19th century, the constitution and constitution making, democracy, and human rights. That is what the learner was supposed to cover on 28th. Let us check what day was of the week was 28th of January. Just a minute, I check my calendar. 28th of January was on a Wednesday. So it was on a Wednesday that the learner was supposed to be studying CRE. Let's check from the timetable if they match. And on the timetable, we have, it is here, Wednesday, we have CRE and history. You see, you must make sure that everything is going together. And if I randomly pick another one, like let me pick something. I just want to pick randomly on yes, on the 4th of June. On the 4th of June, from this revision planner, the learner was supposed to cover chemistry, carbon and its compounds, and then attend to revision questions on Form 2 work. And on the same day, mathematics, the learner was supposed to cover matrices, formula and variations, sequences and series. Let's check on June. When is 4th? Is which day of the week is 4th? On June 4th is on a Thursday. I don't know if you can see it well. Unfortunately, it's reflecting. 4th is on a Thursday. Let's check from the timetable. Does it match? Is 4th on a Sunday, or is it on a different day? Because it must match. From the timetable, we see that on Thursday, the learner is supposed to cover chemistry and mathematics. So you see, they go hand in hand. There is not a single day where you find that a learner is supposed to cover something and it is not in the timetable. And there is no single day you'll find that the learner is supposed to study mathematics and they are not sure what exactly they are supposed to study. So this gets rid of all the confusion that you may face in planning for your revision. That is very important. Note it, and you're going to succeed.